Hey, everyone, this is Rachel Bowen from Skid Row.
And this is Snake Sable from the same band.
And you're listening to Tom and Zeus
on the Shout It Out Loudcast.
Oh, boy. Here we go. This is Gene Simmons. Put that cookie down. Kiss. Stop pressing the button. Stockbroker Simmons. Star? Paul Stanley. Is that what he does? Stop shouting. My name is Ace Frehley.
He's not what you would call a handsome man.
Oh, no. Here come the kiss times. Is that a positive thing? Okay.
All right.
I'm going to grab me an ice cold mellow yellow.
Why? Why do that to the fans?
Stop it.
Why? Because fuck them.
That's what are you talking about? 617-525-0850. You do? Hey, fucko. Do you like Kiss? Settle down.
Hello. Hey, what's up there, Kiss Army? Tom and Zeus with another episode of Shout It Out Loudcast, episode 291. Kiss Fatigued Songs. Yes, we are the podcast that is celebrating week one of our book, Celebrating Kiss Songs. And the first episode we do next is Kiss Fatigued Songs.
Yeah, please buy our book, Celebrating the Catalog of Kiss. By the way, here are songs we never want to hear from the band again. Please buy our book.
But, Tom, as I was just saying to you,
only we
can
do this.
Yeah, exactly. Only we're that fucking curmudgeonly to do this.
Raise your glasses and celebrate Kiss, except for these songs that suck.
Raise your glasses, celebrate Kiss. Fuck Kiss songs.
This will be book two. Book two will be Smash Your Glasses.
But that's just us. Dude, I love the Loudcasters. Fuck that guy. We were just talking about this too before we went on the air. We should do a fucking Shout It Out Loudcast after dark. Because the feedback and all the stuff, we'll get into some of the stuff that we're getting on the book. We love a lot of you guys, but just like Kiss fatigue, we have some Loudcaster fatigue with some of you people.
And then I said to Zeus, I'm like, we don't really need to do anything different because it's just part of our show weekly. Like, you guys are great. We love you. Please buy the book, except for some of you people, go fuck yourself because you're a pain in the ass.
But like, we need to do it on our next Patreon talk. Okay, maybe. This is now fucking safe space. All right, tell us what you really think of this guy. Well, let me tell you, this guy, he's fucking this, and that.
Oh God, it's funny.
But this is a celebratory week, and we're not going to ruin the mood because we're in a good mood.
Yes.
We're going to get into all that stuff, and first thing first. We got to talk about last week's episode, which we previewed our new #1 rock book on Amazon.
That's right, baby.
Raise Your Glasses.
Yep.
The book coming out. So I know we did some small poll. It was very difficult to come up with something, but we did something, right?
Yeah, we always come up with something. So we said, which part of the book are you anticipating the most? And of course, no wrong answers. Are you guys looking forward to celebrity comments, Kiss member comments, songwriter comments, or the comments from us, Tom and Zeus and Joey? And very nice to see 36% are excited about our comments. 26% looking forward to the Kiss member comments, and then tied at 19% are celebrity and songwriter comments. So I talked to Zeus, or we talked to each other, obviously, before we hit record, or as we like to say, go on the air. And feedback is going to be kind of wrapped up into kind of news a little bit because of the feedback on the episode, as well as the feedback we're actively receiving right now in real time, because as we're recording, the book's been out for a few days, which is amazing. So all the feedback on the episode and the book, of course, is just amazing. So our great friend, the lovely Tally Faulkner, we got to spend the weekend with her in New York for Madison Square Garden. She says, where's the option for all of the above? That's because Tally's
May
amazing.
I tell you something?
You can tell me anything.
I have horrendous sleeping habits. I'm up all sorts an hour. I can't sleep. If I'm up, I'm back in bed 2 hours, up again. Tally, who lives in Germany,
knows your bad sleeping habits.
Yeah, loves, like, wherever, if it's 12 or 1 o'clock, that's our time. I'll look over, I'll wake up, there's a comment. She was so excited, and she's in Germany, that she could get the book. She was so pumped to get it. She was so pumped to say that she placed her order first. So pumped for us. Tally, we know you're listening. Thank you for being so fucking cool. And we're really appreciative of your friendship. We know that, when somebody is genuinely happy for you and not fake or pretending.
No, she's great.
Or begrudgingly like, congratulations
to these guys.
Yeah, fucking assholes. But Tally is got such a sweet, sweet soul, and she was so happy for us, Tom. And we
love her. I mean, for God's sake, she flew halfway around the world to meet guys that she's only heard on a podcast. I mean, she's amazing. We love her.
Now every single guy's like, let me see what she looks like. Hey, I've got a podcast too.
You know who's like that with me with like the weird hour messaging? Because I'm up. I get up in the morning between 5 and 5:30 in the morning.
Evan Jepson.
No,
I would say fucking wash your phone.
No, it's not that bad. No, it's our buddy, the Thunder from Down Under, Thanos.
Oh,
because he's in Australia. I get up in the morning and I start I'm Facebook messaging, like, as I'm getting out of the shower, not in the shower. Thanos, don't get excited, my friend. But it's funny having friends on the other side of the world and being able to message them at weird hours. So
funny you say that, because the other day I was at my cousin George. There's 4 cousins named George, all of us for the same grandfather. I don't think any of us have ever met. Thankfully, 3 of us are from sisters, so we don't have the same last name, and the other one was a brother, so none of us have the same last name. So I've told you this before. Greek tradition is you're the it's obviously a patriarchy, so the father, you get your dad's father's name if you're the first boy. The second boy gets your mother's father. First girl gets the father's mother, and vice versa. So these sisters, my mom and her 2 sisters, had a bunch of boys. So we're all named George after our grandfather we never met. And I have another one, a cousin named George, who's like 75 years old. My grandmother, my uncle, has got like 25 years between him and my mom.
Yeah.
My grandmother, I think, was like 13 or 14 when she married my grandfather. I think the story was like, he's like, I'll take her. And he threw her on his fucking horse. It was like knocking her up for the next.
Well, I was just going to say, it's kind of like that Assassin's Creed game you described to us, of just throwing people on fucking tables.
Yeah. Well, fucking God bless him. Anyways, I'm here because of him, so I'll give him that. But regardless,
right, so that's a roundabout way about talking about how our global impact with our friends is amazing.
Well, anyways, I had a point that I'm going to get to. So I was over. My cousin George had a summer thing, a party at Saturday, and my cousin Tony, very well, he listens to the show. I'm there hanging out. All of a sudden, my Facebook Messenger phone is ringing. It's Thanos in the middle.
Yes,
I said, Tony, look who's calling me. He goes, is that the Thunder from Down Under? Yes.
Yeah.
I couldn't answer, but I talked to him afterwards. But he is that famous, and we all know him.
We love him.
God bless him. That was my long about story.
No, it's okay. Hey,
back to the show.
We're talking about 2 of our great friends that we were lucky enough to meet and spend the weekend in New York City with for those final shows at Madison Square Garden. It's always worth talking about.
But anyways, thanks, Hallie. I appreciate the detour.
Yes. More feedback. Our good friend Amber, T, Z, and J for me.
She's awesome.
You know, with those guys, it's going to be real. We love her. Graham Richley, I voted for you guys. You give the freshest takes with no agendas. Yes. Let's see.
I wonder what the poll would be if we separated the 3 of us. Joey at 0, and then me and you would.
Nobody wants to hear from Joey. I mean, we don't even want to hear from Joey.
No, we don't.
No, now that the book's published and written, he's out. He's out.
He's in a session.
Yeah. Oh, okay. You're teaching fucking 4-year-olds how to play the slide whistle. Relax with your sessions, Joey.
Okay. I'm an important person. Okay.
I'm a best-selling celebrity author. That's what I'm going to start telling people. Do you know who I am? I have a #1 book. God damn you. All right. Anyways, our buddy Heavy Mayo. Oh, little Heavy Mayo. When Joey was screaming about margins, I was thinking profit margins for a second. And I responded by saying, yeah, we'll be screaming about those too.
But listen, so we just dropped ARC's Rod Stewart.
Mm-hmm.
Footloose and Fancy Free, and you know how much I was raving about Hot Legs.
Yeah.
Little Heavy Mayo had to send me a DM. Hey, did you get what I'm sending you? I'm like, no. And he's like, I just sent you a drum thing that I did.
Yes.
Playing the drums on this.
Yep.
And I wrote, oh, lucky us. It didn't go through. So then he's like, hold on, it didn't go through. I'm going to send it again. Oh, he did. I didn't even see that.
It's on our Twitter. He's good. He's a good drummer. I mean, it's funny because he's so small. He has to get behind the Fisher Price drum kit that fits him correctly. So it's good.
He's got the Eric Singer kit, and so he's like, oh, it didn't go through. Let me send it again. Did you get it now? I said, lucky us, we got it.
Oh no,
I played it, but it was pretty good. I'll give him credit. Good job, Little Mayo.
He's posted videos on his own social media of him playing along with other songs and bands. He's good.
Say what you want. He's been one of the original OG Loudcasters. We
absolutely,
love him. And he's ours. He's our guy.
Yep. Feedback back to this. Our buddy Glenn Barth. My favorite episodes are when the three of you guys get together and break balls. However, discussing everything that went into this project and celebrating the results, I can't tell you how happy I am for all of you. So raise your own fucking glasses. That's a great quote, Glenn. Love that. Matt Murphy, I'm ordering it, but just so I can prepare, how many chapters are about Mr. Speed? Well, you'll have to get the book and find out. Our buddy Nige. Yes, guys, thanks so much for your kind words. The book is totally awesome and it was an absolute pleasure to edit and read it. It deserves to become an instant bestseller. You know where to find me when book 2 comes out. Major kudos to all three of you.
Speaking of original OG Loudcaster, man, that guy is the best. Whether he helped us in this book or not, he's always been there listening, talking and being participating in Loudcaster stuff. But the work that he put in, did Jeff Trott, so did the great author James Campion. Those guys specifically, man, can't thank them enough. They're a big part of this.
And we'll finish up Twitter. We got a nice comment here from Bill Carroll. He says, I was in on this already, but after this episode, I cannot wait to get it. All right. Great stuff, Bill. Love to hear that. And that's what we got for Twitter this week.
All right. On the Book of Face, Brad, bad matchup, backpack, beer, carrying Rustoven. Excellent preview behind the scenes look episode, guys. Such a great idea. Thanks for asking me to contribute to the project. Can't wait to order tomorrow. Brad, he's one of our podcasting brethren that helps out on a couple of rare tracks, and we appreciate Brad's participating, and he's a great guy. And his show is awesome. It's called
Slam Fest. Great stuff. We've been on guests on there a few times. Brad's been on our show a few times, Dorm Damage and stuff. Great show. Great guy. Love him. Yep. Check
now,
him out.
There's been a plethora of fucking people being awesome and posting their orders. Like, hey, I just ordered.
Yes.
So thank
Twitter
you
too.
to all of them. Amazing stuff. Bobby Kenner, as usual, you boys never disappoint and come up with new and inventive ways to keep the Kiss magic alive. Hearing the three of you talk about this book kicks my anticipation to high gear for a copy shown at my house this week. Oh, yes. Order placed. Thank you.
Love it. Yeah, and just to follow up with what Zeus says on Twitter, it's seeing like everywhere, Facebook, Twitter, people posting pictures of their order. It's amazing. So we love seeing that.
Hey, and gives us great ideas because people are doing this as well now. They're putting up videos of them getting the book and opening it up. Amazing stuff. Amazing. Or holding the book up. Make sure you do that. Tag us and then put hashtag raise your glasses book. We love those, man. Scott Greer says, please make an audio version. We've got a bunch of that. Complete with fake Ace Peter Paul, Craig Gass as Gene.
Yeah, exactly.
Ryan Michaels, Ramaswamy, Courtney Cronin, Dole, Kulik, Lane, Rodham Clinton, fucking Nimrata, fucking Ketanji Brown, fucking Comey Barrett, Scott. Ordered. I can't imagine the time and effort this took to complete. Thank you for this and can't wait to read it. Another Shout It Out Loudcast milestone. Absolutely. Tom, when we just talked about this in 2019, do you think me and you would come together and along with some other bozo
no,
it's the number one rock book on Amazon?
It's very humbling. It's exciting. It's thrilling. It's humbling to see people posting pictures, seeing friends, like college friends, like friends that we've met through the show, posting pictures of them holding up the book, excited to read it. People leaving reviews on Amazon for it's incredible. You guys are amazing. Really. It's sometimes difficult to put into words, but it's amazing.
Thank you, boys and girls.
Thank you.
Over on Loudcasters, the great Michael Jude Grimes. He is the owner of Grimies in Nashville.
Mm-hmm.
I expect a lot of support for you guys on this because A, it's a unique approach for a Kiss book, and B, you have brought joy to so many through your podcast. Your fans want to support you. I'm down for one, maybe two. Can't wait. Much congrats. Grimes, you are the best. Thank
Love
you,
it.
brother.
Thank you so much for your support all the time, buddy. You rock.
Thomas Warhol rates, yeah, raise your glasses. Roy Jordan, speaking as somebody who rarely buys books, I'm actually excited about this one. Last book I probably was either Aces or Peters. Well, thank you.
Nice.
Charles, don't call me Mark Eaton. If you own Kiss music, you got to own this supplement that brings the music into a whole new light. I'm hoping to discover some new great appreciation for the music that raised me. Cheers to Raise Your Glasses. You are the best. Thank you.
Love it.
Joey Romanek, king of the bicep curls. Although I don't see any definition or growth. Have you?
No. You got to start up on that weight there, brother. Stop. Put the 10 pounders down.
Only thing it's doing is growing more stubble on your face, brother.
Yeah.
I can't wait. Another Kiss book to annoy my wife. I think Joey Casada is right. We all will be playing these songs while reading, which will only annoy my wife even more, especially when I get to the Elder chapter and have to play Just a Boy on repeat. You might have to do so.
I know Joey Caserta.
Jack Pinocchio. I love the fact that you guys didn't go with a generic Kiss lyric for the title of the book, like You Wanted the Best or Rock and Roll All Night. Unless you're a Kiss Deep Cuts fan, I don't think people will know Raise Your Glasses is a Kiss song. Absolutely. And you got to tip the hat to Tom for that. And I saw it. I was just like, all right, Mr. fucking session drummer. He's the one who wasn't a real big fan of it. He goes, all right, come up with something better.
Yep.
Hence, we came up with Raise Your Glasses because he couldn't.
There you go.
The Greek Thunder from Down Under, Thanos Akratides. What a tremendous effort to get this book to the stage. I'm so happy for you both and to Joey and all others involved. Personally, I can't wait to get it and binge on Zeus's famous, horrendous comment on the songs from Unmasked. This is a silver lining of what's been a tough year. I'm generally so happy for you. Thanks, brother. We love it, man. And we love you. So thank you. Josh Brown, I've already planned that once the book comes in. Play an album on vinyl, read along while the album plays with an alcoholic beverage. Stop and backtrack as need be. Sounds like a good plan. You rock, Josh. That's what this book is for.
Yep. It's that and to read while you're on the toilet, as Joey said.
Yes. Sean Whiteman wrote, woohoo! Amazon's let me order the book on Sunday night. So he put his checkout fucking image out, and it's Raise Your Glasses, and then he's got Passion Natural Water-Based Lubricant 55-gallon up for $1,763. See, that's somebody who gets this.
Yes.
Like John never, ever missed. Like he
never misses the mark. Never misses the mark.
A lot of you do, but he doesn't. I'm telling you.
No.
Fantastic. Over on YouTube, Chris Flood, who's always great on YouTube. Guys, my copy of the book arrived Tuesday night. Also, my 200 stab wound CD. It's going to be a good week.
That's our next book, by the way. We're going to do a 200 stab wounds comments.
Dude, we got to fucking message Dawn and be like, you created a new fucking catchphrase. 200 stab wounds.
Again, another episode where we can't stop talking about them. Jesus.
William Flowers just ordered the book. Cannot wait for an excellent read. You guys are killing it. Thank you for your show and keeping Kiss alive. Legends should never die.
Oh, nice. Love that. Thank you.
Kiss Army things. Can't wait to get a copy. This book is really a great idea, and I'm excited to read which celebrities, musicians are included and what they have to say. Very fun episode, gentlemen.
Thank you. Yes.
Pretty Boy Floyd DMS said, oh my God, you guys doing the dating game with Ace had me crying. Well, Tom, he fucking loaded it up for us, so here we go.
Yep.
A bachelorette number 3. I'm just about to hit the stage. My stomach is acting up. Do you A, push me out and say good luck? B, bring me back, throw on a super tight industrial strength Depends underneath my tight ass skinny jeans? Or C, hope and pray that everybody's got a fucking clothespin on their nose and nobody slides on my new diarrhea mess that I leave all over the fucking stage.
It's gonna
shit. Watch your step there, Ryan.
It's gotta be Ace and shit combined. It can't be anything else.
Bachelorette number 2. I got a gig coming out. Do I get Anton Fig? Do I call up Peter? Or do I get that fucking has-been Joey Caserta? Whatever the fuck his name is.
God.
Is that as funny? It's not. That's why I gotta go to the fucking potty humor. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you gotta go to the diaper humor. Yeah.
Taco Tuesday didn't agree with me too much. Oh shit.
Bachelorette number 1. Taking Scout for a walk. I see the poor little puppy's got to drop a poopy, but then so do I. A, is it okay for me to go alongside with him? B, should I wait until we get home? Or C, let Scout go first. I follow up after him and pick it all up in one big bag.
Hey, Scout, I picked up yours. You got to pick up mine. Ooh, it's a biggie.
Get along, little doggy. We got to get back.
Somebody screamed at me, hey, buddy, don't shit in the sewer. I got nowhere else to go.
Oh, God. Oh, now my stomach hurts. Oh, God.
Fucking A.
I know what it feels like to have your stomach hurt. Oh, jeez.
Joel Kuntzman.
Say it how you want to say. Say his name how you really want to say it.
I'm not saying.
Okay.
I don't want to disrespect the poor guy.
I'm teasing.
You have the best podcast. Sometimes I try to listen to other Kiss podcasts, and they're not even close to this one. You guys rock. Funny, entertaining. You guys make my week better. By the way, Unmask is awesome, Zoo.
Yes, it is.
Carnival, not so much. I can't wait for the book. I will be buying for sure. Thank you, Joel. Much appreciated. Again, Unmask compared to other albums is great. Unmask in the Kiss catalog is not so great.
That's fair.
That's we say that.
Yep.
All right. And we'll end on our great friend, Marty White. I'm concerned Caserta might have digestive troubles.
Oh, geez.
He says that he reads in his bathroom a copy of Behind the Mask so much that it is in tatters. It's certainly indicative that the book is great, but why is he dropping deuces so often? Still having trouble from Cashew Night with Ace. One of them stuck in my rectum. Can you pull it out?
God almighty. Oh, all right.
Man. All right. Tom, back to you, buddy.
All right, let's finish up with a few emails. Our good buddy and book contributor, Wes Beach, just like you guys consistently hit it out of the park with your podcast every week, you guys hit this one out of orbit. I have been eagerly awaiting its release since I was asked to contribute to it. Sounds like such a labor of love by all involved, and I will be ordering it bright and early Monday morning along with an Ace Cult t-shirt. Can't wait to see who all the contributors were and hope there are some females in the mix. It would be interesting to get their perspectives on songs. Yes, there are. The idea for the book is completely original and unique, and I can't wait to dig into it and put it on my end table. Congratulations on its release. I'm sure it's going to do very well and be revered. To the Kiss-tards like myself everywhere, raise those glasses. Well, thank you, Wes. That's awesome.
116 contributors from everyone,
right.
from Ace Frehley to Zeus. A
That's
to Z,
right.
my friend. They're all in there.
Love it. Love it. Our buddy Mark Bomer, T&Z, has promised I ordered the book. Actually, my wife did, following an eye roll. I have no idea what that meant, but it will arrive on my birthday, and I can't wait to dive in. Correction to my note last week. I'm actually entering my 50th year as a never died once Kiss fan, not 40th. I had a senior moment. Speaking of old, take a look at this beauty. Kiss by Robert Duncan. That book, yes, was written and published in 1978, and the price in the upper left corner is $1.75. Can't wait for the book signing calendar to come out. Best of luck with the book, but I doubt you'll need it. Your product is always of the highest quality. Mark, thanks so much for those kind words. And yes, that is a classic paperback by Robert Duncan from the 70s. That's really cool that you have that. Our buddy AJ Alexander White, congrats on Raise Your Glasses. Holy fuck, guys, absolutely amazing. Cannot tell you how many songs I've listened to tonight after reading these incredible reviews. Just wow. This is going to make so many people listen to some obscure stuff that they haven't heard in years. All three of you should be proud of yourselves. Can't wait to keep reading. Thank you again for the shout out on our podcast. Our downloads are going crazy. Yes, AJ White, he's got a great podcast. Please make sure you check him out. So make sure you check out AJ and his podcast, Past Times at 80s High. Very cool stuff. So big fan of AJ and always appreciate your support. We got one here from our buddy Trent Bally. Appreciate the comment of the week last week. My book is ordered and arriving on Friday. Cannot wait to break that bad boy in. I'm most excited to get some insight on things like Peter and Ace's solo albums that largely got left behind in Behind the Mask. All of us Loudcasters salute your hard work and dedication to bringing us all the Kiss content we crave. Pour one out to celebrate. Congrats and cheers. And we're going to finish up feedback with a really cool email. Kind of a roundabout story here, so bear with me. Comes from our buddy Sam Paxton, longtime supporter and Patreon. This all started out because if you're a vinyl nerd like me, there's a website and an app called Discogs. And it's where you can catalog your collection. You can also buy and sell things from other vinyl geeks. Not long ago, I had posted a couple of Kiss vinyl that I was trying to sell, some duplicate ones I wanted to trade in. And my username on Discogs is just T Gelati. It's just my name. So I get a message from Sam Paxton because he was looking at one of the items that I had for sale. And he reached out to me and he goes, Tom, this is Sam. And, the whole Loudcaster thing, just really, really small world. So then he tells me, he says, I meant to share this story with you guys back then, but I forgot to. On the day of one of the shows, and this is one of the Kiss shows we went to, they opened up several more seats at around 2:00. So I bought one, hauled my ass to Chicago, 4 hours away, the last friggin' second for the last Kiss show in the Midwest. Anyway, I get settled into my seat with a beer, and I happen to look down, 1 or 2 rows in front of me. And a few seats over, I can see the guy in front of me scrolling through the Loudcasters group page on his phone. I immediately open up Loudcasters on my phone, and I walked right up to him and said, hey, it didn't really hit home with me until that minute, just what you guys had built, but you both should be really proud of this community that you built from scratch. And then he says, please feel free to share this. This is just an incredible story set. First of all, the fact that the world of Kiss vinyl brought us together obscurely, even though we already know that you're a fan of the show and a Patreon or supporter, that's amazing. But then seeing that story and you sharing it with us, of you just bumping into another Loudcaster at a Kiss show, amazing stuff, Sam. We love hearing these stories. We love your support. Thank you so much for everything you do, Sam. And for that, my friend, you get the comment of the week.
Wow, what a story, huh? I remember meeting him in New York. He's been a big supporter, and that story just, man, it's awesome.
Really cool stuff. Very, very cool stuff. Love it. Yep.
Tom, what else we love is our Patreon family.
Yes.
And Tom, what we really love is our Patreon family who have been integral to the growth of this show. One of the people is, we just read his comment, Pretty Boy Floyd. Mark Stewart joins us as a Spaceman member. Mark has been commenting for quite some time and a listener. So Mark, thank you so much for joining the Patreon family. Much appreciated. And it's it's amazing. We hit a level we've never hit before, 150 members.
Amazing. Absolutely amazing.
I can't even fathom it.
Yep.
So 150 members on Patreon, and there's room for more. So please come along and join Mark. Anyone that's interested, you can go to our website, shoutitoutloudcast.com. Right on the landing page, you'll see a link to, it'll say Patreon. Click on that. There are 4 different tiers. Different tiers gives you different perks for the show. The costs are different, but the membership amenities that you get will also be different. Some get t-shirts, some get more video chats, some get participation, polls, sneak peeks, the album review crew, that's coming down to the wire. It'll be done on Friday, and next month's album review crew will be picked by Patreon. The March Madness. There is a ton of stuff. Now we have different merch stuff. We have some now guitar picks. We have koozies. We obviously have had the t-shirts for quite some time, and we also have the stickers. Mark joins a huge amount of people on the Patreon family that have been big supporters of the show. I mean, look, we wouldn't have this book. We wouldn't be lasting this long if it wasn't for people in our Patreon group. It's such a big help to us. You guys have no idea behind the scenes between the equipment and other resources that Patreon helps us with. So thank you to Mark. Thank you to Patreon. And if you really want to help the show, you enjoy what you hear, and you want to contribute, please go to Patreon, become a member, and help out Shout It Out Loudcast. We really appreciate it, and thank you to our Patreon family.
Guys, you're the best. Thank you so much. Welcome to the family, Mark. Appreciate it so much. And whether you're brand new like Mark or you've been there since day one, we love you guys. Thank you so, so much for everything that you do to contribute to the show. Keep it alive and kicking and helping us do things like put this amazing book together. Stay tuned because the Patreon ARC pick is coming down the pike for the month of September. And whoo, boy, is it going to be a good one, or is it? Stay tuned.
Yeah. And Tom, we're going to kick over to Kiss World. And we'll get to the book, but I don't think there's much going on in Kiss World at all. Literally crickets.
Yeah, the only thing of any kind of quote-unquote news, and that's only if you're into this, is that they released the 35th anniversary Hot in the Shade merch. Of course, the picture disc, the shirts, the vinyl, et cetera, et cetera. They're spreading all these out, Animalize, Hot in the Shade, because I think they're waiting for the fall to do the big 50th anniversary special for Hotter Than Hell. So I think they try to be kind to people's wallets by spreading out these anniversaries and not dropping them all at once, because I think people are bracing themselves for something big. I doubt there's going to be a box set, obviously, but I'm sure it'll be the same. Probably another picture disc, another fucking shirt that no one wants. But that's kind of it. There's really, everybody else has been very, very, very quiet, unfortunately. So
I think you put something up about some fucking shark out there that within minutes already had the picture disc up for $450.
The picture disc was sold out in, I think, less than 10 minutes. And then they were immediately up on eBay. Yep.
Unbelievable.
It's crazy. But yeah, the band's quiet and no one's doing a damn thing. It's kind of sad, but you got us. You got Shout Out Loudcast, so.
Yeah. And what's not quiet is Raise Your Glasses, the book.
Yes.
Amazing. Came out on Monday. There was a little bit of a hiccup. It came out. Setting up the time when it was to be released, supposed to be released on Monday. It wasn't showing up that it was going to be all set. So we had to change and say, publish it now instead of that specific date. And that usually takes 72 hours. So it kind of came out a little earlier and we didn't publicize it, but some people found it earlier and started putting it out there. We were kind of coy about it, not saying much, but it's out there. And then what happened in turn was that it moved up the ranks and became the number one rock book. It was number one in new releases. It was the number one in rock, number one in rock band biographies. It was all over the place. I mean, doing this ourselves without a publisher behind us or anything like that, and being in the top 500 books.
Insane.
Overall, 500 books, top 500 books.
Seeing the little Amazon, emblem, like number one bestseller, number one above Dave Grohl, above Alex Van Halen's book, like all that, just incredible stuff, dude. You guys are amazing. Incredible.
So that doesn't happen without you guys that listen.
No.
And the book is obviously doing better than we anticipated or hoped for. And honestly, at this point, we didn't write the book to make a fortune. We wrote the book because we love it and we think you guys are going to love it and enjoy it. And what we're getting back now, because we're already getting people that have received the book, it's humbling how much they love it and how much they're like, holy shit, you weren't kidding when you said content.
Yeah. And I think what's going to happen too is I think things are going to continue to spread kind of like wildfire with word of mouth as people get the book, read the book, talk about the book, post it. It'll continue to spread, and that's what we want. We want everybody to just get out there and get this book and enjoy it and talk about it, share stories. Do you agree with these comments? Do you disagree with these comments? Who are your favorites? Et cetera, et cetera. Keep it going because this is for you guys.
No, and it's amazing the process. We're enjoying it.
Yep.
You'll see us. I mean, obviously we're going to be promoting this all over social media for a while, so bear with us. And we'll be on a bunch of shows. We've got a million different offers to jump on. Hey, can you come on our show to talk about it? Can you come on? So we'll be all over the place. You're going to probably get sick of us, but that's all right. Sorry, we're going to do it because we believe in this book and we believe that you guys, the Kiss Army and the Shout Out Loudcast listening audience, will love it because we do. Yeah. And we love stand by it.
And we're proud to talk about it. So like Zeus said, stay tuned. We're going to be appearing on a couple shows coming up, and we're excited for that.
Yeah. All right, let's take a quick little break, and we'll be right back. All right. I'm going to follow Joey's advice. I'm going to take this in the shitter with me. Ooh, here's your copy back, Joey. Sorry, I left you a chocolate thumbprint on page 292.
Okay, we're back, and unfortunately, Ace pulled a Costanza, and the book's been flagged. So Ace now is stuck with the copy that he has. So sorry, guys. Yeah, that was not a M&M Peanuts thumbprint on page 290 there. So,
the book is soaking wet. I don't remember doing that.
Jeez, guys, can we raise your glasses? I really had a hard time raising my ass on the toilet. It's getting tough for me at this age.
Who's this jerk that didn't like my solo on Torpedo Girl? Piss on that. Anyway, Tom, who else but us?
I was just going to say.
Fucking a book praising Kiss songs, and then the first week do a fucking episode saying, you know what? Forget these songs.
Fuck these songs.
So we thought we'd have a little fun with this, and I'm going to preface it with this because we always do that. These are not songs we never want to hear again. These are songs that you go skip, or you're at a concert and you're like, I don't want this in the set list. I don't want to hear this show.
And now for me,
I don't want it.
Yeah. And now for me, and I mean, I'm sure Zeus is the same. In order to qualify for a fatigued song, It's got to be a song that is routinely heard a lot, whether in concert, on a compilation.
Exactly. I'm not a big fan of Tomorrow, but I'm not going to say I'm fatigued with it.
Exactly. Correct. That's right? My point. Yeah. Right. And it's a song. It's a song that's on the box set. That's on every compilation. It's on every live album. And you're like, I'm done. The other
thing is, I'm not picking songs that I just don't like. It doesn't mean I'm fatigued of it. Right. I would have to have liked it to be fatigued of it.
I will say every song on my list, every song on my list, I still like.
Yeah.
These aren't songs these are not like my top 10 least favorite Kiss songs. These are just my top 10 songs that I really don't need to hear for a while.
Yeah. All right. Yep. So Tom, lately I've noticed I've been letting you go first, so I will go first. And so Tom, like I don't really have these in order. And they're not chronological. They're just, here you go. Number 10 for me is a song that they've pulled out at least a few times over the last 20 or so odd years. I do not want to hear this song live anymore. I don't care if that it's rare. And when I say rare, I mean, it's not fucking Love Gun Detroit Rock City rare. Okay. And that is, and by the way, people, we're not playing clips. Hi, we're really sick of this song. Here's a clip of that song. So there's no clips today. Okay.
Correct.
Yeah. So this song is number 10 for me, and that is Making Love Live.
Almost made my list.
It's okay. It's a good song. It's got a good solo. But like, come on. When you're pulling something rare, I'll pull up something rarer than that. I don't need to hear it.
Yep.
And we watched the other day, we reviewed Rock the Nation. They pulled that out.
Yep.
People are like, oh my God, they're playing Making Live. Okay, Making Love. Okay. Like, really?
It's not great.
That's what's getting you excited?
Right. Yep. Anyway, I almost made my list. I mean, my list here is in chronological just because that's how I put it together, but I'm not going to present it in chronological order because that's kind of boring. So number 10 for me is a song that I think they had it in the End of the Road set list. By the way, Zeus and I were joking. I'm like, fatigue Kiss songs, End of the Road set list. See you next week.
Yeah, or a song that made the End of the Road set list down that era.
Yeah, and this had a run in the End of the Road set list for a little bit, and it's definitely fatigue. And this is not just live or the album or whatever. Just in general, I don't need to hear Crazy Nights, or excuse me, Crazy Nights. Let me get it correct.
Tom, the problem I have with this, and this almost made my list, is I was never really a big fan of the song itself. So I can't really get fatigued of it, right?
I liked it when it first came out because I thought it was a great anthem. And then you just couldn't get away from it and it just became repetitive and I think it's a good song, but sometimes Kiss does that. Sometimes, I mean, there are songs that we've heard 100 billion times that we still love because the song is that good. Crazy Nights is just not that good of the song. There's fatigue.
And recently, we've done Paul Stanley great choruses. This is not what you would call a great Paul Stanley chorus. And that's
it's like a Psycho Circus chorus.
Yeah, and that's why it gets penalized to me. And I wasn't never a really big fan of it, so I'm hard to get fatigued of it. Okay. All right, so number 9 for me is another one, Live. If I hear the song off the album, I'm not so sick of it. I have no need to hear Hide Your Heart live. It doesn't work. Them playing it with makeup on makes it even worse.
I agree.
It's not rocking. It's just, it's a good song. It doesn't fit Kiss's bombastic, live, energetic fucking show. It's not a happy song or sing-along. It's a kind of like a story song they were doing in those Hot in the Shade songs. It's a story. It just doesn't work for them, especially not live. It's terrible to me.
I'm glad you picked it because that was another one that almost made my list and it didn't. So I'm glad so far your 2 songs were both almost on my list.
And they're both live songs. So there you go.
Yeah. Number 9 for me is a song that I've kind of been, it's kind of been a punching bag for me for a while. Even live, I don't really need to hear it, but just in general, it comes up on shuffle. It's on every compilation they've ever done pretty much, and that's Harder Than Hell. It's just, I mean, we've said way back on our live versus studio, the alive version I think is fantastic because Peter adds a little bit to the shuffle, but just in general, I think it's kind of a boring song, and they love to play it. They love to throw it on the compilations.
Almost made my list.
Yep.
I just like I really like the breakdown when the gong comes in.
I do too. That is good. Yep.
I just like that part.
Yep.
It keeps it from being fatigued for me. All right,
Yeah.
number 8 for me. Does anybody really want to hear? And I know I'm going to get, yeah, I do. 100,000 Years live
On my list. Let's talk about it together. I'll
so
put
make
it at
that 8
I'll put it at number 8 for me too on my list. Yep.
live version, because the shortened version on the debut album is a good rocking song. Okay. I don't
So
need
for
to listen
me,
to
I
a
have it-
fucking drum solo, and I don't need to fucking see somebody fold laundry, and I don't need to fucking listen to, yeah, I believe in rock and roll. I do.
Yeah.
Can we cut
I
to
mean,
the song?
And I agree with you. Live, it's painful, but this is another one I don't need to hear, period. I was never a huge fan of this song ever. And I love the debut album, and I love, it's just, it never really did anything for me. And the live version you're right, it's insufferable. Yep. By the way, buy our book, Raise Your Glasses, where we celebrate 50 years of Kiss songs.
All right. That's number 8. So number 7 for me, I'm going to go with a song that was on Rock the Nation we just talked about. I don't want to hear this song fucking live ever. And I think that's one of the reasons why Paul lost his voice, and that's I Want You. Because
that one almost made my list too.
My
Yes,
ass
perfect.
want to listen to it after the I Want You live incident.
These are all songs that almost made my list, so I'm glad you're picking them. I agree. Yep.
At Great Woods. But
Yep.
I Want You. I don't need Paul telling me he wants you.
Yep.
Doesn't work. I never got into it live either. So
Yeah.
no.
Okay. Here's one. And again, let me say it again. These are not songs I don't like. I just don't really need to hear them for a really long time. And this song, it's a great song. They used to play it in concert. It's on a lot of compilations. Hair Nation likes to play it on Sirius XM. It's got a great solo, but as soon as I hear that opening riff, I'm like, click, I don't need to hear it again. And I know people aren't going to be happy with this. Tears are falling. Sorry.
That'll be my number 6, Tom.
Okay. Excellent. Let's talk
I don't want
about
to hear
it.
the live version. I don't.
Okay.
It doesn't work. See what I wrote about Hide Your Heart?
Yeah,
That's
it doesn't
Tears
work.
Are Falling live.
You bring up
Especially with the makeup.
You bring up a great point. Non-makeup songs in makeup. And you're right. When you're at a Kiss concert, I want to hear upbeat, kick-ass, let's get fired up music.
One song that works for them live.
Okay.
And it's not on this list for me. It might be for you.
Okay.
And we'll say,
okay.
and we'll answer that at the end of the show.
Okay.
But that's my number 6. I don't want to hear Tears Are Falling live. I don't. It
Okay.
doesn't work for me. I'm tired of it. And that was my number 6. So 6 to you.
Okay. Another one here. They don't really play it live, but it's been on compilations. They kind of play it after the show is over, kind of as you're exiting the arena.
Oh.
The band loves it. Zeus probably has it on his list. I know he knows what I'm going to say. I'm sorry, Bruce. We love you. God gave rock and roll to you. Please, no. Don't need it.
Yeah, it's not on my list because I was never really a big fan of it.
Okay. I did like it when it first came. I remember when I first heard it, like on Bill and Ted's and then on Revenge, and I was like, okay, this is kind of cool. It's it's anthemic. It's, kind of a nice big anthem type thing with the big breakdown, but now it's just, no, I'm good.
Yeah, no. It just, I never got into it. I certainly don't. So you know what a lot of this is? The way I can categorize this is if they play this live and you only have 22 songs or 21 or 19 songs, you're like,
you're gonna
fuck,
be
one of the songs is this.
Yep.
You're upset about it.
Yeah.
And so if they wasted a song doing this, I'd be like, what the fuck?
Yep.
All right. Number 5 for me is Beth live without Peter Criss.
There you go.
I do
Mine's the
not
same.
need to ever hear the Eric Singer Beth live.
Okay.
I can listen to the album version and I'll listen to Peter sing it, but I don't need Eric Carr behind a fake piano or anything. Beth
you're
live, but mine is
okay.
specific without
Yeah.
Peter.
I was just going to say, you're very specific. I'm not. I don't. The song, period. The
Did it make
Destroyer
your
version.
list?
Oh yeah, that's why I'm talking about. It's 5 for me too. Yeah, it's the version in general. Destroyer, Alive 2, Rock the Nation, End of the Road. Whoever's singing it, Eric Carr, Eric Singer, Eric Hartman. I don't fucking need anybody to sing Beth. No, thank you. I'm all done. I shouldn't say I never liked it, but it's a song that we always like to, it's like they opened up our mouth and shoved it down our throat for the last 50 years. No.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I'll agree with you there. Number 4 for me, a little bit of blasphemy, maybe.
Uh-oh.
I don't need to hear Heaven's on Fire done by the fucking current Kiss band.
Okay.
I don't need that live. I don't want to hear Heaven's on Fire live.
Okay.
It doesn't work.
Okay.
It doesn't work.
Okay.
Again,
I agree. It's 80s,
it's another 80s stuff in
Yep.
Kiss makeup doesn't work.
Yep, I agree. Here's another one that's going to be super blasphemy. Live, I can kind of tolerate it just because there's theatrics involved in it, but the song itself, I don't. It's on, again, every compilation, every live album. It's got a very major part of the stage show. Zeus is going to hate me for this probably, but I'm sorry. God of Thunder.
Oh.
Yep. And there's no bigger Gene guy than me. I know. I'm sorry.
I love it all. I'm not sick of the album. I'm not sick of the live versions of it.
Nope.
I can listen to different eras of the live version. Of what they were doing more. I was like faster. It was actually faster on a live too than it's played live now.
Yes. Yep.
Like I can stand all of them. I love it. Oh. Number 3 for me, Tom, this is really simple. And that is the name of our fucking show.
I'm with you, brother. That's my number 3.
I'm so tired of it. The live version right now. Oh.
Yeah. I love the name of our show. I think it fits. I like that, but I just don't, the song, it was them again trying to, grab at the, the anthem stuff. I will say this. I do like the Alive 2 version. I do like that, but other than that, it's super, super fatigue for me. Yep.
Yeah. It's just, I love Paul and Gene trading off. It works sometimes.
Me too.
There's just, I think they've kind of made this into like Rock and Roll Night.
And it's not.
Rock and Roll. Yeah.
It's not Rock and Roll Night.
I enjoy the fact that it's become kind of like a classic rock now anthem, that classic rock stations, like if they're going to play some songs, I would say this is top 5. And we can go through them right now. Rock and Roll Night, Detroit Rock City, Love Gun, Shout It Out Loud is in there.
Yep.
And then maybe the other one is Cold Gin or something else that gets played.
Even Beth,
Lick It Up. Beth or Lick It Up.
Yep.
But I think Shout It Out Loud is definitely in the top 5.
Oh yeah, I agree with that.
Played songs on the radio for Kiss.
The radio.
Like if the standards that people are like, I'll throw a Kiss song on.
And it's funny because this is on like 10 different channels on satellite radio. It's on the 70s channel. It's on Classic Rewind. It's on Hair Nation. It's on Boneyard. It's on everything. And so you can't escape it.
Yeah. So that's my point. And
yeah.
It's just not as good. It's just not. And especially live. I'm just so tired of it now.
Yep.
All right. So now to me, number 2. And number 2 for me is Love Gun Live.
Oh,
it is horrendous.
Oh, dude.
Paul flying over just kills it for me.
How dare you?
The last 20 years of this song, it's just terrible. He can't sing it very well or whatever they're doing in the back. It just doesn't work. I'm tired of it.
Okay.
Tired.
Todd. Well, guess what? Here's another one that was ruined for me by the concert experience. And if 8-year-old me talked like this, the 8-year-old me would probably punch 51-year-old me in the face. Because when this song first came out, I worshipped it. I don't need to ever hear it again. I've said it before. I probably talked about it on other episodes. I love it loud.
Oh, I know.
Sorry. And it's not because that was one of the songs that pulled me back into Kiss with that video in Creatures of the Night. So it's not that I don't like the song. It's that I have just been beaten to death with it, and I don't need to hear it anymore. Or at least for a while.
I still like it. I want to hear it in a live set because I still think.
I don't.
I think it still works with the crowd.
I think it's too much of a dud. I think it falls into that category of just plotting live songs, and other than the crowd going, hey, it doesn't do much.
All right, well, disagree on that.
All right.
Number one for me.
Oh, please have the same one as me.
We won't. There's no way.
Fuck. Okay.
And it's almost blasphemy.
Don't say it.
It's very specific.
Okay.
It's Black Diamond without Peter.
Oh, okay. Wow. That's like your favorite Kiss song.
I can't deal with it. Them singing it without Peter. It doesn't work. Okay.
I agree. I agree.
It's too long. It's too drawn out at the end. Fucking stuff going on makes the song go for 10 minutes.
Yep.
And it's just, do I need it? There's never a point I'm like, oh, this Rock the Nation has Black Diamond on it, which it didn't. But like, oh, this, fucking live CD that I burned has Black Diamond on it. Or this from 2004, Virginia Beach, or whatever the fuck that album is.
Brutal.
All these things. If they have Black Diamond in the last 20 years with Eric Singer or even Eric Carr, I'm sorry.
Nope.
I don't want to hear it. It doesn't work. I'm tired of it. I don't want it in the set list. Put fucking Peter on it. I'll listen to it all day long.
Agree with you, man. Agree with you. Number one for me is a song that's, again, every concert, every compilation, every live set, it's just everywhere. Classic rock radio. Great riff, classic song. Pretty sure I never need to hear it again. And I mean, maybe again, maybe in 10 years, I'll be like, now I remember how good this was. And that's Cold Gin.
I didn't think that. Wow.
What did you think I was going to say?
Lick It Up.
No, because I love the live version of Lick It Up. I love when they play it live. I love when they play it live.
When they start off and it's just don't want to wait. Oh my God.
But Cold Gin to me, live especially, I'm like, dude, this is fucking boring. Like this is way
it's on my possible list.
Yeah, it's too much. It's too much. Now, this is funny. So Zeus said we're not going to put the clips in, but I am going to make our Spotify playlists of these lists because to some people these might be like greatest hits lists for you. So we're going to make the playlist for you guys like we always do. And again, let's be clear. These are not songs we don't like. Although some of the songs Zeus talked about, he doesn't like.
Yeah, I wouldn't say I don't like them. There's been a time I like I Want You. I like Heaven's on Fire, the Animalized version. I want to hear that. Even I like Hide Your Heart on Hot in the Shade. But, they're just lukewarm. Some of these are lukewarm songs for me.
Yeah.
And they're just repeated live. Or the live presentation is nothing that I want to hear. So again, I'll go back to, if I'm going to hear 2 songs and you're only doing 20 songs, I don't need to hear Eric Singer's Black Diamond, or I don't even want to hear Love Gun played live again. Paul flying over. He's not really singing. It's just when Paul is singing this up till, let's say 2005. Yeah, I want to hear this.
Yeah.
But not now. I don't. I'm fatigued of it. It doesn't work. A couple other tracks I almost had, Tom. I'll give you 3: Cold Gin, Strutter, and I Was Made for Loving You.
So I almost had some of your lists. Like I said, I almost had Making Love, Hide Your Heart, I Want You. I almost had Heaven's on Fire, but the song is so fucking good. But I could have had the caveat like you had with it live. And I almost had I Was Made for Loving You, but fuck, every time it comes on, by the time I'm in like 20 seconds in, I'm like, I fucking still love this song.
Yeah, but I'm also saying like Heaven's on Fire, not from Animalized Live Uncensored.
No, I know. Yeah, you're talking about like
makeup.
The
current lineup.
Yep.
The current lineups.
Yep.
Heaven's on Fire.
Yep.
So yeah, take a look. Tell us what you're fatigued with.
Yep.
And tell us where we're wrong or where we're right. So I'd love to hear it from you guys. And that's a wrap on this one, Tom. And Tom will have the playlist set up for you. Go check our Spotify playlist where you go and check on Shout It Out Loudcast, the profile. That's when you'll see. Yeah, not the podcast. That's our episodes. But the profile, you'll find our playlist set up there for you. Tom, what we do next is we go to question of the week. You got one?
We do. We got one from longtime supporter and fan of the show, the great John Restano, a.k.a. Mr. Antonio 2005 Junior Vintage. He's got a ton of different names. So he's talking about the books, Kiss books. You know, we talked last week with Joey about our favorite Kiss books, and then he has a timely question about our book. So I thought, why not ask it now? It's kind of a three-pronged question, but I'm kind of stick to one. Did we uncover a piece of history that we didn't know after all of these years while we were working on the book from any contributor? I'll start off. I'll answer quickly. Mm-hmm. I would say two things. I would say primarily the insight that we got from Loretta Carr, Eric's sister. Some of her really, really, really honest insight and recollections of Eric I thought was great. And then I would have to say, without a doubt, was Bruce's comments, specifically him talking about his brother Bob on the Paul Stanley 78 solo album. Great stuff right there, because those weren't just opinions. Those were some facts and some insights into the backgrounds of those songs. I just thought those two people really contributed some fascinating stuff.
I agree. Those are fantastic. I had the privilege of speaking to Loretta, so believe me, I was sitting there going, my jaw dropped.
Yeah.
But for me, Tom, it's the two songwriters, Holly Knight and Desmond Child, that really opened me up.
Yep.
Where they came up with songs and how when they were describing things to us. Yeah, I was at Paul's loft. Oh, yeah, me and Paul came over. Paul had this. I had the guitar. Oh, I was on the piano. Yeah, we brought this other songwriter in. I came in to help him out with it. Like things like that.
Agreed.
Get you like visualizing yourself in the room, the fly on the wall, as these songs that we've listened to get developed. That's amazing. Amazing.
It was great.
I love
and we had multiple Zoom calls with Desmond, and he could not have been more cordial, more conversational, more helpful. He was great. And you know, just veer off for a quick second here. You could tell that the more we talked to him, the more he was excited about talking about what he did with Kiss. Same thing with Holly. Pretty much same thing with every contributor to the book. We really kind of pulled that passion out of them, and it was great. And great call, Zeus, talking about Holly and Desmond. They were amazing.
Yeah. No, thank you. Great question, man.
Yeah, great question, John. We love you, and we love your support. So thank you so much for that. Appreciate it very, very much.
Tom, tell people where they can find us.
Please go to our website, shoutitoutloudcast.com. That's where you can find all of our episodes, all the Shout It Out Loudcast, Dorm Damage, Album Review Crew, Zeppelin Chronicles. A link to buy the book directly is right there on our landing page. Please go there, shoutitoutloudcast.com, and buy our book, Raise Your Glasses, right there on the landing page. Click it, boom, takes you right there to buy it. And, of course, you can comment directly on our website. We get those in the form of an email, so please do that. Also, links to all of our social media, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, links to our Amazon shopping page, again, where you can find our book, and links to our Shout It Out Loudcast merch, which is really, really cool. So please check that out. Links to our Patreon. Again, thank you to Mark for joining the family. Please check it out there. Click on that and find out what Patreon's all about if you're interested. Would love to have you on board. And again, our email is shoutitoutloudcast@gmail.com. Please, if you want to be like Mr. Antonio 2005 and send a question of the week, we do one every week. And at the end of the year, we do a mailbag. Keep those questions coming. You can do that on our email, shoutitoutloudcast@gmail.com. And we like to say every week that we are a proud member of the Pantheon Podcast Network of shows.
You can always DM us on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Threads, TikTok, motherfucker. Check out the Spotify playlist, which we discussed earlier, and subscribe to our YouTube channel, which is always growing and fascinating. Please give us one of those 5-star child reviews. And if you purchase our book, make sure you go on Amazon, give us one of those 5-star reviews there for the book.
Yes,
because we know you're going to love it. It will be a big help to the show and move the book up the food chain. So those things are very helpful. And you can always go to our website where you can purchase the book, shoutitoutloudcast.com, or check out rankings, or anything you can think of about Kiss or our show right there, shoutitoutloudcast.com. It's all there for you. what we'd like to do is end on famous last words. Tom, do you have any?
Oh, I always do. You don't have money or a fancy car, and you're tired of wishing on a falling star. You got to put your faith in a loud guitar.
Woo!
That's right, baby.
Darkness will fall on the city. It seems to follow you too. And though you don't ask for pity, there's nothing that you can do. No. Tom, Loudcasters, Kiss Army, thank you from the bottom of my heart to you guys out there and everybody I just mentioned for making Raise Your Glasses the #1 rock book on Amazon and Shout It Out Loudcast, the #1 Kiss podcast. You guys are incredible. Thank you.
Guys, thank you so much. It's really difficult to put into words how incredible this whole experience has been. And to see the response and the feedback and the support and the love for the book and to be #1 on Amazon on its release, you guys are just incredible. And we just thank you. Sometimes words are not enough to do that, but we're trying to do that. And we just thank you for everything that you do. So raise your glasses, tards. You guys rock. Zeus, as always, my friend, thank you.
Peace out, Girl Scout. Hit the music. What I'd like now is for all you fat, out of shape, worldwide kiss tards to keep the noise down while I show your ladies what a real sexy man looks like.
Listen, all you people out there sitting on rented furniture, settle down.
Cut the music. Anybody seen Richie? Anybody know why Richie did Bobby Lupo?